Hey there, and welcome to my channel. This is the very first video in our brand new series called Turning Points in History. Each episode will explore a significant invention or event that changed the course of human history. And what better place to start than with the invention of the printing press? In 1440, a German blacksmith named Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press with movable type in Europe. This invention sparked the Renaissance, Reformation, and the Scientific Revolution, all while dramatically changing the way information was spread throughout Europe. So let's get started. Gutenberg was born in Mainz, Germany, in 1398. His father was a wealthy merchant who sent him to Latin school, where Gutenberg excelled. However, he was also fascinated by the craft of metalworking, which at the time was considered more of an art than a trade. As a young man, he traveled around working as a locksmith and goldsmith. In 1436, Gutenberg returned to Mainz and set up his own workshop. It was here that he began experimenting with the idea of printing, an innovation that would revolutionize the world. Printing had been around for centuries in the form of woodblock printing, which was used primarily to print Buddhist texts in East Asia. But this method was laborious since each page had to be carved by hand into a wooden block. Gutenberg wanted to find a faster way to print pages, so he hit upon the idea of using movable type. Instead of carving an entire page by hand, he created individual pieces of type that could be arranged to form whole lines of text. He then cast each letter in its own individual mold, carefully scraping away excess metal to create a clean surface. Once the mold was complete, it was carefully removed from the type, leaving behind a single piece of movable type. After casting all the letters of the alphabet, Gutenberg then arranged them on a frame with a clamp to hold them in place. To print a page, he placed a sheet of paper on a press and applied ink to the raised surfaces of the type, which transferred onto the paper. Finally, he wiped away the remaining ink, revealing the first page of his printing press. So how did he go about printing books? Well, after arranging the type on the printing press, Gutenberg applied a roller to evenly distribute the ink before placing a sheet of paper on top. Then, he used a heavy press to apply pressure to the paper, transferring the ink to the page. After the paper dried, it was removed from the press, revealing a printed book. The process may seem simple, but it was actually quite complicated and required several people working together. One person would arrange the type, another would apply the ink, while a third operated the press. Despite the complexity, the printing press was much faster than previous methods, allowing for the mass production of books. Gutenberg's first major project was the Gutenberg Bible, completed in 1455. It was printed in an edition of 180 and is considered one of the most beautiful books ever made. Although not the first book printed in Europe, it was the first major work printed with movable type and is now one of the rarest and most valuable books in the world. Following the success of the Bible, Gutenberg continued to print books on a variety of subjects, including religious texts, scientific treatises, and even playing cards. Unfortunately, he faced several legal issues when a disgruntled business partner accused him of stealing. Despite these setbacks, Gutenberg's invention had a profound impact on the world. The printing press allowed for the rapid dissemination of knowledge and ideas, which contributed to the start of the Renaissance. People were now able to read and study ancient texts that had previously been lost or ignored. This sparked a renewed interest in classical learning and culture, leading to advancements in art, science, and literature. The printing press also helped to spread new ideas about religion, politics, and society, which challenged the authority of the Catholic Church and led to the Reformation. The ability to produce large quantities of books quickly and cheaply made education more accessible to a wider population, leading to increased literacy rates. Sadly, Gutenberg died in 1468 without seeing the full impact of his invention. But his legacy lived on. By the end of the 15th century, there were over 200 printing presses in Germany alone, and the printing press had spread to Italy, France, and Spain. Within a few decades, it would become one of the most important inventions of the modern era. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos, which are all about amazing inventions. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun educational content. See you next time.